think I found a cave. I think I found something. I'm up here at the top of the Akkala Citadel, and there's just like a big hole here that looks fun. So let's jump in this. Let's go! Wait, is it just this? Oh, I thought it was gonna be more than just this. Misko's here. Hello, Misko. Oh, I needed that. Wait, does that mean I have all 3 pieces? I do have all 3 pieces. I can go do another episode here in a second. That's exciting. Well, we got what I wanted, where we're like inside some architecture, but there's nothing else here. Oh, I complained. Complaining works. I think it's just that. Oh, that was just a frog. You know, Breath of the Wild's a very specific game where they're like, we want to make a world, a big open world that feels in large part like abandoned. And so we're not going to really invest in, what do I want to say? Very happy to just like paint with a wide brush as far as what is in the world, right? You have places like Akkala Citadel. I'm trying to think, how do I want to say this? Like, there's not a lot of investment in the minutia because they don't have to, because they can paint with this wide brush and gesture towards this like once grand thing without ever having to sit down and like entirely figure out what the once grand thing was. You've got this big Akkala Citadel. What was it exactly? It doesn't really matter. I know in like creating a champion they tried to do some like battlefield phrenology to determine what its military purpose must have been. And like clearly somebody making the game probably thought about that. But like ultimately it's way less important than just creating an iconic thing, an iconic silhouette of a fortress in the distance for you to look at and go, oh, I'm gonna go climb that. And like, that's totally good. For Breath of the Wild, that's fine. You don't... Breath of the Wild is a game about traversing this big, lonely world. And that totally works. And I think just some of my frustrations with post Breath of the Wild, which I guess just means this game, but also like, you know, they haven't put out much since Breath of the Wild. It's a lot of my complaints are just that they did create, you know, this big world full of assets and implications, and they've just chosen to kind of do nothing with it. This game just kind of maintains the status quo from before, and they spent a lot of time and energy on this, and it's like, what if you just made a smaller thing? Where's, you know, but you embellished a small part of the world. But that would have strayed too far from what brought them success with Breath of the Wild. So instead we get this, which is, you know, I'm having fun, but it is just kind of the same thing. So again, I find myself, I'm excited that I found an interior space in the Citadel, but, you know, if you'd just given me a smaller game that was just a couple key places, and one of them being the Citadel, it doesn't even have to be an adventure game. It could be like a base building thing. Give me a tower defense game. Give me a simulation game. There are such avenues available, and I just kind of wish they'd pursue them. But that's it. Just thinking about spaces, as I do. I think we're about cleared out here. Tune in whenever the next one of these goes up. And we'll see you next cave.